So,
Hello.
like every other video, I say, so.
Yeah, so we're doing a video together today
Mm-hmm.
because we had a good idea.
You had a good idea.
And, thank you. It's basically like, I guess the title of the video would be like, is God trying to wake you up in these end times of the Bible ages we are living in? And what does that mean when we say, is God trying to wake you up? It means, I thought you were going to take it. It means like you're taking the veil off, right? You're ripping the spiritual blinders off and you're seeing the truth for what it is. And there's nothing hidden that won't be revealed. Right. Nothing secret that won't be revealed. It's like basically like we're at the point in the world where all the truth's coming to light and you have the choice to believe it or not. And, you know.
So at this point in time, it really has to happen, because if Jesus really is coming soon, then it has to happen before he comes, because it would be pointless for it to happen after he comes. And what I'm talking about is his rapture of the church, which we believe is going to happen before the tribulation.
And this is not a video about pre-trib, mid-trib, or post-trib. It's not. It's like, have you got your spiritual eyes open to recognize the signs of his coming?
And Jesus talked about it himself. He talked about it. He said the very things in Matthew 24 and Luke 21. He said the very things when his disciples asked him, how will we know when you return and when the end is coming? They made specific notions that it was two different events, and Jesus answered their question. They were private. They were private at the time. It was like when he would tell a parable afterwards, once the crowds have left, or when he was speaking privately to his disciples, he would tell them the meaning of his parable, which is awesome because we have record of that.
Yeah. So we thought it's almost like you have to go through stages, like the grief process when you're waking up, right?
It is.
You're coasting along, spiritually asleep, thinking the world's not so bad and everything's great. What do you mean, Jesus?
Fine.
What do you mean we're in the end times?
Oh yeah, Jesus is coming back, but yeah, that's not going to happen in my life.
Yeah, not in my lifetime. But guess what?
I guess sarcasm's not required, is it?
No, sorry.
But I mean, it was only like maybe a year or two ago that we were.
Yeah.
You know, we knew Jesus was coming. We were excited about Jesus coming back.
We weren't looking for the signs.
Yeah.
And how it started, this is what even made Tim say, let's do a video. Because I was just like, it really started with us when, like 2 years ago, when I first started, it was God whispering to me about Halloween. And I was like, maybe we need to stop doing Halloween. Mm-hmm. Right? And I did a video about that, which if I remember, I'll link it down below, but I'm sorry if I forget, because I do that. But, so we stopped doing Halloween, and that prompted me to be starting to look on YouTube for channels basically supporting our decision to stop doing Halloween. And I came across this channel called The Other Side of Darkness, and it's by a woman named Beth. And she was a former witch, and she was really into the occult and the New Age and Satan worship, and she was a victim of ritual abuse. Like, she grew up in it, and God's totally set her free and delivered her. And so I just listened to a lot of her videos, and that's when she first dropped the little nuggets in my ear about Disney, was saying about Frozen and Star Wars. And I was just like, what did she just say? My beloved Disney that I have loved since I was a child, like most of us in this day and age, right?
Yeah.
So that's what is leading us into this whole grief process thing, because waking up spiritually is very much like going through the grief process.
Yeah.
So the first stage is shock and denial. Yes.
So you start talking about some of these things, and people that you know or people that you love all of a sudden put up walls right away and just almost like they're so shocked that they like make fun of you sometimes, or they, you know, ridicule you a little bit because they're completely in denial, even if they believe a lot of the same things from the Bible.
Yeah, it's like every Christian will agree. I shouldn't say that, but I would hope most Christians would agree that witchcraft is bad, and trying to be like a witch is bad. And then you look at Frozen and you look at Elsa, and Elsa is casting spells and performing magic, right? So agreeing that witchcraft is bad, I think we can agree with that. And then I started digging into the whole Star Wars thing because, I mean, I grew up. You didn't see as much Star Wars as I did, but I'm older than he is. But no, like, so I watched a lot of Star Wars growing up, and so it was like an old friend.
Near and dear to your heart.
Right? Yeah. And so going to Disney, and then Disney took over Star Wars, it was even better, and it was funner, and, you know, we were doing all this stuff with Brielle. Oh, the cat wants in.
The cat wants in.
So anyways. And then I watched a video of George Lucas saying with his own mouth how they're all paths lead to God, and how he wanted to create his own false religion through the Star Wars franchise and the dark side and blah blah blah. So anyway, so there's all that. So then I was like, oh man, once you hear it, you can't unhear it. And then so that just kind of like simmers in you.
Little seeds, eh?
Little seeds.
Well, like Jesus said, in the sower seeds, the sower sows the word.
Right.
And it produces different kinds of fruit. It's the same way with these little things that we believe that God reveals to us, and he reveals to you too. As you're obedient and as you're willing to hear certain things about your life, then he'll show you more.
A little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And so then the next stage, after you're done with your shock and denial, then you have some pain and guilt.
And how does that manifest? Yeah, pain. What is it?
Pain and guilt.
Pain and guilt. So if you're talking to other people, I guess I'm trying to use this as a relation to as you're waking up and people around you may not be.
Which they're probably not.
Not going to be. So use wisdom about what you say or how you say it, and
get yourself in trouble.
Just ask questions. That's probably the best approach, is to ask questions which prompt people to look into it for themselves.
Yeah. I always say, like, don't take my word for it, and you don't have to believe me.
So anger, what is it?
That it was pain and guilt.
Pain and guilt. So by feeling guilty, people get defensive usually. Yeah. Right?
Oh,
and
yeah.
They're just looking to argue with you. What do you mean?
And then the next...
What do you mean? The Earth's flat.
We're not saying...
Well, I don't know.
We don't know.
I don't know. I'm just saying.
Have you
ever considered it?
I have, and I don't... It's too much math for me.
I just say in general, not you.
It's too much math for me.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
I really don't think it matters that much.
No, I don't think it matters, but what I do think matters is to realize that all our trusted officials and governments and people in high places have been lying to us.
Well, they've been filtering everything they tell us through what response they want. So yeah, they may be telling us the truth about some things, but they may be withholding facts about other things, or jading the information to be released at a certain time with other points and other facts to lead us to believe something that they didn't outright tell us, but leading us in a certain direction. So that was what? Number 2? Number 3?
Number 3, anger and bargaining. Okay, so anger and bargaining, that's number 3.
It's a funny thing to put together.
Well,
7 stages of grief.
I think it means kind of like here, the anger and bargaining. Your frustration gives way to anger. Well, I guess this is kind of like in relation to like drinking and stuff, maybe. Or no.
Grief?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I'm on some random website.
But this is good to talk about, at least, because this isn't about us to convince you of anything that we know that you don't. This is to simply prompt you to ask some questions about what you think you know.
I have it. For me, the anger and bargaining, I was so upset. I'm gonna put it
Disney?
like Disney. I was so upset to learn that Disney was bad, that I just started separating our movies, and I'd be like, okay, well, this one is blatant witchcraft, like
Because there's a dragon in it, or because there's a black witch with an apple or something.
right, like like the Black Cauldron,
Yeah.
Fantasia.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Those ones, I'm like,
Sleeping Beauty.
wait, no, Sleeping Beauty wasn't on my list at that point because
Oh.
I loved it. So I'm like, but not these ones, right, God? Not these ones.
Isn't that bargaining? Yeah, that's anger and
Yes,
bargaining.
right? So like,
Yeah.
I threw out our movies a few at a time.
Yep.
Just baby steps, right? And God's more than willing to be patient with you if you're walking towards Him. If your baby steps are towards Him, He will be so gracious to you. And then depression, reflection, and loneliness.
I think there's still probably moments where we still feel.
I was watching our
Little
trip videos the other
bits.
night, and I was like, yeah. And like Disney was good to us while we were there because
They treated us good, she means. They went above and beyond many, many times, especially the first time we were there.
like Brielle got so much free stuff. I just sent Tim clips from our video this morning where Brielle was presented with 2 cupcakes and a slushie and 10 fast passes. All for free, all at once.
But they call them magical moments, right?
Of course.
So it's like,
Disney.
if we believe what we believe,
Yeah.
magic is listed in the things that are abomination to God.
It's true.
And yet we walk right into the magic kingdom.
I know.
Man, what were we thinking?
Well, we were naive to it. It's like we knew it deep down inside, but we
Well,
were
we
like
knew-
choosing
We
to
knew a
not.
little bit, but we didn't want to look any
No.
further. And maybe you don't either. Maybe you're okay just living in the bubble of indecision, or and we're not
Yeah.
trying to get people to stop going to Disney.
And
That's not what
here's
this is
the
all
thing.
about.
It's not a salvation issue, right?
Not at all.
It's not like you're
Not
not
at
going to
all.
hell for going to Disney.
No.
No, it's not that. It's just for us. It's like if it's going to hurt us spiritually in any way, shape, or
Yeah.
form, we don't want it.
Or lead Brielle down the wrong way.
Look how all those Disney kids grow up,
Every one of them.
right?
Name one of them that has turned out to be the way that you'd want your kids to be.
Yeah.
Man.
Okay, so the next one is the upward turn. As you start to adjust to learning these truths about what the world's really like and how it's really run, and the false, it's the false facade. It really is like the Matrix. And
The bubble.
It
It's
really
like-
is like
It's
that.
like you're living in a bubble.
Yeah.
You're okay with what's inside the bubble.
Yeah. So
But you
so
don't
after
want to know what's outside the bubble.
right, but once you've learned some truths and you start getting used to those, that's when you calm down about it and you're just like, okay, you know what? It is what it is. The Bible said this would happen. It's fine. Then the next phase is reconstruction and working through. So here's me like trying to find other vacation venues other than Disney, right? That's why we went to Dollywood. And it was wonderful.
Love Dollywood. Love the people down there. Really, really love the people in Tennessee or down around Pigeon Forge and Gatlinburg and Sevierville.
Yeah. So then, we just started learning more and more and more stuff about Disney. And then I found some really deep, dark, dirty secrets, which there's no point in talking about them right now because they're deep, dark, gross things.
And it's all out there if you really want to know it.
That's the thing. Like all
Go
this,
look it up for yourself.
all that information is available to you. Just
Everyone.
ask
Yeah.
God for discernment.
If you want it.
Yeah.
If you want it.
Well, yeah, because there's a lot of phony baloney, but there's a lot of truth. So, and then the last stage of grief, which is just like the last stage of waking up, acceptance and hope.
That's cool. Yeah, once you have resolved to accept what you maybe didn't want to know in the first place, it gives you hope that not only are you better off for knowing the truth or knowing more truth, but you're also set up to accept that, hey, God has something better in store. God has something in place to protect you because He loves you.
Yeah. You cannot go wrong doing the right thing.
Wow, that's pretty good.
What is this 100% truth?
Yeah.
How can you go wrong doing the right thing?
And when in doubt,
go without. That's what we tell Brielle. If there's something we're not sure if it's good or bad, because we're bombarded. Society is bombarded with bad,
mediocre
bad
stuff. Mediocre stuff that leads to worse stuff.
Yeah, gateway
drugs.
things. So anyway, there you have it. That's so then you have to decide, do you want to wake up? Because you know what? I think we're too late in the day to not wake up.
With the imminent return of Jesus
Christ.
Christ.
Do you want to go on the rapture or not?
Yeah.
You do. You do want to go on the rapture.
Yeah.
100% you do.
You do not want to be one of the, what is it, tribulation converts?
And you don't want to be a goat.
A goat? What are you talking about?
The goat, the sheep are the ones in the tribulation that, wind up in heaven, and the goats are the ones that don't.
Oh.
Don't be a goat.
Cool. I have no idea what she's talking about.
I pet goat.
Oh, okay.
I pet goat too. That's why he's got a goat. The goat with the 666 on his forehead.
Oh yeah.
Oh yes. Know me a couple things.
Well.
And just a couple of things. So that's it.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. Thank you for watching. Hey, and thank you everyone who was blowing up Tim's channel.
Oh my goodness. I went from 9 subscribers to like more than 50. What is it,
I know.
62 today?
Like,
and one of my videos has 1,200 views in 1 week?
We're pretty shocked about that.
I mean, like, and we've had some nasty comments, but like, I know how to take that.
And you know what?
Really.
You should also know, though, that Tim has not monetized any of his videos. We're not doing this for the money.
Oh, yeah. We got good jobs, so we don't need the money.
Well, here's the thing, too. And
Yep.
at this point, with the AI running as fierce as it is, it's pretty hard to make. It's pretty hard for Christians just starting out to make any money off of YouTube right now. So
I'm having a hard enough time getting my stuff uploaded. And you know what?
that's it.
We'll only know in about 2 hours if this gets successfully processed or not.
Yeah.
I think the processing is the artificial intelligence running all the video through copyright and other type of screening, and the audio runs through for certain,
Oh, yeah, sorry, I completely cut you off, but
Thank
like
Adam.
this was
Thank
one of
Adam for Apple.
This is one of the things that God showed us, like little nuggets when we were waking up. Look how the Apple logo has a bite out of it.
When I
representing the moment when Adam and Eve sinned.
When I first realized that, after having heard it a few times, I felt really, really silly that it had never occurred to me before.
No.
The hours and hours and hours I've spent reading the Bible and never having put 2 and 2 together, that the apple in the Garden of Eden that had 1 bite taken out of it.
Yeah.
Well, it had 1 bite. I guess Adam gave it to his wife Eve. Or
and
no, Eve gave it to his wife.
Yeah.
Eve gave it to Adam.
Yeah.
So it had 2 bites.
And like, and all these other little things, little nuggets that God showed us. And like, you don't have to believe it, but we're like, the Google logo has a, the
Chrome. Is it the Chrome?
Chrome has a 666 in it.
Just look at it.
Walt Disney's signature, or the Walt Disney font has a 666 in it.
Walt Disney's signature in his font.
Like, you don't have to believe it, like, whatever. But just little nuggets God will show you if you make the decision to wake up. And then you're just like, even the NASA logo.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway, so look into that. That's interesting.
If you care.
Yeah, even the Pepsi logo.
Obviously you care, or you wouldn't have watched this for 18 and a half minutes.
If you guys want us to do a video to expose some logos, just leave some comments below and we can do a video.
Tony would love to do that.
I really would.
Yeah. The Pixar ball.
The Pixar.
Yeah, that's all I'm going to say.
Oh.
Don't ruin it. That's all I'm going to say.
Blasphemy. Okay.
All right. Thanks for watching.
Thank you so much.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. See you later.